to drive.
Okay. So this is the Sprint. How are we pronouncing it? Evo?
Evo.
Not evil. Evo. And this is, how big is the screen?
4.3 inches, so the same size as on the HD2.
Same size as the HD2. And this is running Android 2.1?
Correct.
With the new Sense that
Correct.
we saw on the Desire and Legend?
Exactly. All of the same Sense features, as you can see, full screen weather, and everything else. Should we take a little tour?
Yeah, please do. Here.
All right, so you see the navigation buttons on the bottom. No surprises there. No optical joystick on this, because with 4.3 inches, we think that you'll be able to place the cursor and do any navigating you're going to do very accurately. As with all of our current Android phones, power button on the top again, so that's back. Headset jack.
Is the placement consistent now? See, they're on the bottom on the HD2.
Right, so on the HD2, we try to put it on the top, and this year it's on the top of everything. But the HD2 was one of our first forays into 3.5mm jacks, and so we were still working things out at the time.
I think everybody's glad to see it there.
I'm sure, yeah. And we all like it at the top. That definitely is a favorite inside HTC, putting it up there. So I think you'll see it there on most phones from us. The bottom, though, new addition. In addition to the micro USB jack, we have HDMI out now.
And for those who don't know HDMI, that's TV out. That's
right,
high def, all
right,
digital.
Exactly. That's
you want TV
That's
out.
what your high def television has an HDMI jack. Actually, probably has many of them.
No, actually, the jack you'd see on your TV is bigger than that.
Correct.
So
this is HDMI Mini.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is Mini 3 or Mini 4 or whatever. It's Mini. But yeah, so there will be available cables so that you can connect this right up to your TV, whether that means that you're going to carry around movies on this and play them from this onto your TV, or play your home movies that you take with the 8 megapixel camera. So this now does 8 megapixels as well as 720p video.
Wow.
So if you're recording 720p video, that should probably look pretty good on your high def TV. So it'd be great to be able to just, pop the cable in and be able to play it out right to your TV.
Is that a dual flash?
That is. So
what are the advantages of two flashes then?
Brighter. Simply brighter. And I think we're able to elicit a little bit more control. And then kickstand.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Now is there an antenna in that? Back with
no.
Was it the Imaggio? That was an antenna as well.
Right. Well, with the Imaggio, we had a TV network. Right. So no, there's no antenna in the kickstand, but it definitely a nice little thing to have.
Especially for watching movies on a 4.3 inch.
Exactly. The screen is big enough that you don't have to hold it like right up to your face to watch it, so it should be really pleasant to use like
that. Is that the light sensor?
No, that is a front-facing video camera.
Really?
Yes.
On a U.S. carrier?
On a U.S. carrier.
I mean, that's kind of unheard of.
I know, and right now there aren't necessarily applications that take advantage of that. But I think that one of HTC and Sprint's ideas with this is let's make the hardware so that we enable like anything that developers might imagine, and so I think that's one way that we can do that.
Very cool.
And then,
I understand the software is not quite finished because we're not ready yet.
Exactly.
How does this compare to the Legend and Desire, which are finished for the most part, right? And are out? Has Sense changed much between now and then? Or?
No, I mean, you can see a couple of things, right? They've chosen a carbon fiber background instead of the bright bubbles that we tend to use. But if you look at the applications are all pretty much the ones that you're used to. Everything that you're used to from any Sense experience is going to be what's on this phone. But Sprint has added more. Things from their own applications like NFL, NASCAR, those sorts of things. Also to, I'm told the YouTube app is new on this as well, and I don't know if this is going to work. So we're gonna okay. That looks positive.
If it doesn't work, we'll tell everybody it's a Droid Airs. I'm going to get emails over that. I know.
So one of the things that Sprint was just bragging about is the fact that when this is when this has a 4G connection, right now this one only has a 3G. But when this has a 4G connection, that this new YouTube application will automatically switch to the high quality video if it's available.
And I don't think we mentioned that. This is a 4G WiMax device.
Right. So this is combo, right? 3G and 4G. So this has EVDO, right? Standard CDMA, but it also has WiMax on it.
Wi-Fi BGN?
Wi-Fi BG. I don't believe N. I have no record of N.
Cool.
So
no physical keys. Now that was something we talked about at Mobile World Congress with Legend and Desire. Was that a Sprint decision? Was that a pure design decision?
I don't know whose decision that was. So I don't want to place it on Sprint if it was ours. I don't want to talk about it in any way.
Sure.
At least positively or negatively. I think if you start looking at how this works, though, the keys are accurate. You don't have to go back to trying to hit above the key or below the key or whatever. So we've solved that. We also made sure to keep the haptics for the keys. And quite frankly, I don't think with this that in terms of navigation that you're going to be as worried, because it's so responsive. I mean, you see how it is, right? There's never that like, oh, did I press the key question?
Right.
The responsiveness keeps that away, and so you don't really have to worry.
Kind of the stupid question we always have to ask, though. Multi-touch, it's built into the OS. Obviously, multi-touch will work
Well,
here.
you know how it is in Sense. Right? So the browser, everything. And also in newer builds of Desire, and also it should be on the Evo 4G, even the Google applications that use multi-touch like Maps have it enabled. So on our more recent builds of the phones, we've even been able to add Google's framework in so that we can support it for the Google applications.
It's going to be this phone is going to make it real tough for anybody deciding between this and the Nexus 1 on Sprint, since Google just announced that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
it's apples and oranges because of the way they're marketed and sold.
Right. And we still see that there are people out there who really want that Google experience because they want their constant updates. They want that plain experience that Google offers. They're used to it, whatever. Obviously, we hope that a lot of people are going to be excited about the experience that this offers. When you look at like how sales go and stuff, I guess we'll see the real answer. Like, did people want that Google experience, or did people want this big screen Sense experience?
Now, Sense doesn't go into landscape here.
It does not. That's correct. The only things that we go into landscape on are things like browsing, that
phone
sort
app?
of thing.
Phone
app does not go into landscape. So obviously, photo playback. I am not 100% sure about one thing. So photo playback, yes. Yeah, I didn't think so. I wanted to check music. Photo playback browsing, the obvious things where landscape makes sense, we support, but with most Android stuff, actually with most HTC stuff, we don't go into landscape on home screens generally unless the phone has a keyboard.
Gotcha. Well, thank you very much.
Sure thing.